What's good guys, my name is Anthony and in today's video I'm going to be doing a track guide here at Spain. So what I'm going to do is first show you the real speed hot lap so you can see it at normal pace, and then we'll slow things down a little bit and I'll give you guys a detailed look around the circuit. So if you do learn from this video, make sure to smash that like button. Let's get straight into the hot lap. Okay, so coming off of the final corner, you want to get the best exit that you possibly can because it is a long straight down the start finish line straight, and especially if you're in a race and you have someone who's behind you, they're going to have DRS, so you definitely want to get the best exit possible, and obviously you want to open DRS as soon as possible if you so have it. And then moving on to the first corner now, you're going to be coming into this at 8th gear. It's a very high speed section. You're going to be braking just before you get to this little grey patch of road that's on this sort of like green side of the track. You want to be using all the track going in. Just be careful because it seems as if on this year's game, if you take too much curb and your ride height in your setup is a bit too low, it can launch the car up. So you have to be very careful with that. But you want to brake, shift down into 5th gear, and you want to try and take as much curb on the first turn as possible. Try and get on the throttle early and then take as much curb as you can on the second turn without invalidating. And then for this, it's almost flat in the race, and in qualifying or on time trial, it will be flat. And then for this next corner, I arrive here in 7th gear. You can arrive in 8th gear if you choose to, but just before we get to that yellow barrier on top there, you want to start braking down into 4th gear and hug the inside curb here. You don't really want to touch it because it can make you slide on this year's game, so you want to get as close to it as possible without actually going on top of it, and then try and get the best exit you can. Use all the track on the outside here. And then for this corner, what I tend to do is on the right hand side, I'll probably zoom in whilst editing, you'll see there's a little grey box on the outside. It's a very weird braking point, but that's what I use in order to brake for this next corner. As soon as that goes off of my screen, that's when I start braking on a straight line using all the track all the way up until that little green strip. I use all the track there in 6th gear, arriving down into 3rd gear. Try and carry the speed through here. You can get on the throttle quite early, so try to get on the throttle early, use all the track possible, and then take the shortest line to the next corner. And here we have, I believe this is turn 7, it might be turn 8, I'm not 100% sure, but this corner is so difficult. But you want to arrive here in 6th gear, you want to use all the track on entry, shift down into 4th whilst braking, and then you want to ride this curve as much as possible. You either have to take a lot of it or take none of it. If you take a little bit of it, you will spin, and even if you do take a lot of it in some cases, you will spin. And then you want to try and use as much curb on the exit as well. Try and get the best exit possible. Here, you'll be in 6th gear. You want to just turn in. It is a lift on this year's game. In last year's game, it wasn't a lift, but on this year's game, it is due to the lack of downforce compared to last year. You want to take as much curb as you can. And straight line the car as much as you can so that you can take as much curb as you can on the exit and use DRS as soon as possible. Then it's a straight line all the way down to the next braking zone. You will be in 7th gear. In between that little orange part of the barrier and the 100-meter ball, that's where you want to start braking. Make sure you're braking in a straight line. You can brake on the curb, you want to brake on the curb, especially because you want the best angle going through. And then you'll be in third gear. I've noticed that if you go down to second gear here, or in some cases if you carry too much speed in first gear, you actually do end up losing traction in the middle of the corner, which can lose you a lot of time. So you do want to be careful there. And then you want to try and use as much of the exit curb as you possibly can. And then here, just take it. You can take the curb, I think, but most of the time I just tend to leave it. You'll be in fifth gear coming up to this next section. Shift down to fourth. It's all about mechanical grip here. You want to just have as much grip in the tires as you possibly can. That's how you will gain the time. Try and get the exit that you can, the best exit you can. And then here, just before this little black box is coming up here, you'll be in fourth gear coming into this corner. Try and touch the curb on the inside. Try not to touch the curb on the outside. And then just as you're getting in towards this outside curb here, you want to do one last downshift into third gear. Try and brake and then downshift late into the corner, so that you're not getting any disturbance, because it can disturb the car just like it can in real life actually as well. And then you want to try and take this chicane as clean as you possible. Shift up to fourth gear, try and take as much exit curb as you can, and then it's basically just flat out to the line, and that is a lap of Spain. So that's a detailed look at the Spanish circuit. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to smash the like button and let me know in the comment section exactly how much time you end up gaining thanks to this track guide, and make sure to subscribe to the channel as well, because I will be giving you guys a detailed track guide on every single circuit that's on the F1 2021 calendar, and I'll see you guys in my next video.